Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I was very excited. I was jumping ahead of the go, wasn't I? And leaping in straight away. Right, okay. Um, I just have a few words to open with as chair then before we invite our keynote speaker, Dr. Helen. So again, good morning, everybody. And so before we begin the important discussions today, I'll just quickly introduce myself. So I'm Lisa Winnall, Associate Professor in Food Safety at the University of Birmingham. And I also am a Chartered Environmental Health Practitioner with years of experience dedicated to improving food safety practices and promoting public health. And so it's a pleasure to be with you all here today. It's also a pleasure to welcome you to today's World Food Day Symposium, and we are gathered under the theme of Safer Food, Better Health. And today marks World Food Day as a global reminder of the essential role food plays in our lives. Additionally, as we reflect on the importance of Global Hand Washing Day, which took place yesterday, we're reminded about the simple power of hygiene practices like hand washing in maintaining food safety and preventing the spread of disease. As we embark on today's discussions, it's essential to underscore key facts about food safety. So each year we have an estimated 600 million people, that's 1 in 10 worldwide, falling ill from consuming contaminated food, and tragically 420,000 of those cases resulting in death. Children under 5 are especially vulnerable, carrying 40% of that global burden of food disease and accounting for 125,000 deaths annually. But these are not just numbers, they represent lives lost and communities affected, particularly in low and middle income countries. The economic impact of unsafe food is equally significant, with foodborne diseasing costing around 110 billion US dollars annually in productivity losses and medical expenses, a burden that is particularly devastating for nations already grappling with poverty and undernutrition. As we also reflect on these challenges, we must also recognise the growing pressures of global food systems. With the world population projected to reach 9.7 billion by 2050, the challenge of providing safe, nutritious and sustainable food for all has never been more urgent. At the same time, changing food consumption patterns driven by urbanisation and rising incomes are transforming how food is produced, distributed and consumed. In addition to these challenges, we must urgently address the issue of food waste. Currently, 1/3 of all food produced globally is lost or wasted, and reducing food waste is essential, not just for ensuring food security, but also for mitigating the environmental impact of food production. Food waste contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions, making it a pivotal issue in fighting against climate change. And by adopting circular economy strategies which reduce waste and promote the efficient use of resources, we can create more sustainable food systems capable of feeding a growing population. We also need to rethink our sources of protein. So traditionally, animal-based proteins are resource intensive and their production significantly contributes to environmental degradation. As we seek solutions, sustainable proteins such as plant-based alternatives, insect proteins and lab-grown meats are emerging as viable options to meet global protein demands while reducing the global footprint of food production. Promoting these alternatives contributes directly to those UN Sustainable Development Goals. Goal number 12 is about responsible consumption production and helps us build a more sustainable future. So diversifying our diets is another critical strategy. Global diets tend to rely heavily on a narrow range of crops such as rice, wheat and maize, which puts significant pressure on ecosystem and leads to hidden hunger, where people may be getting enough calories but lack essential nutrients. So by promoting dietary diversity, including the consumption of indigenous and underutilized crops, we can improve nutrition while enhancing agricultural biodiversity and resilience. Addressing these challenges aligns directly with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, particularly goal number 2 for zero hunger, goal 3 for good health and well-being, and goal 12 for that responsible consumption and production. Ensuring that food is safe and nutritious is not just a matter of public health, but a cornerstone of sustainability and global development. So such as those recent food safety incidents that we have on a worldwide scale, from E. coli outbreaks in leafy greens to aflatoxin contamination in grain products and nuts, etc., linked to climate change, these serve as a stark reminder of the complexity and urgency of these issues. Moreover, food fraud, such as the adulteration of olive oil, compromises public health and erodes consumer trust in global food systems. These events, therefore, highlight the critical need to strengthen food safety frameworks and enhance cooperation across our borders. Today's symposium is not just about identifying challenges, it's about finding solutions. Our speakers will address vital topics such as sustainable food production, sustainable proteins, and circular economic strategies. But by reducing waste, promoting resources efficiently, and diversifying our diets, we can create more resilient food systems capable of feeding more people whilst reducing environmental impact. We will also explore innovations such as nanotechnology, which holds the potential to revolutionise food safety by enabling more precise detection of contaminants and improving food preservation. By enhancing food safety systems, we directly contribute to the Sustainable Development Goal number 3 of ensuring better health for all. In today's interconnected world, food safety is not just a public health issue, it's integral to sustainability and economic development. To ensure food safety at every stage of the supply chain, governments, food producers, and consumers must work together. International cooperation is therefore essential, particularly as food safety risks transcend our borders in our increased globalised food systems. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals provide a powerful framework to guide our actions, with Goal 17, Partnerships for Goals, emphasising the importance of global collaboration. But by working together, we can ensure that safer food does lead to better health, contributing to a more sustainable and equitable future for all. So, as we engage in these critical topics today, I encourage you to think about how we can integrate these solutions into global food systems, whether it's reducing food waste, diversifying diets, or advancing sustainable food technologies. Collaboration is the key. Together, we can create food systems that are safer, more equitable, and more sustainable. I'm confident that today's symposium will leave us with fresh ideas, renewed energy, and shared commitment to addressing these global challenges. And by working together, we can ensure that everyone, everywhere, has access to safe and nutritious food, contributing to the achievement of the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So, thank you for listening to my opening notes.